Hello everybody, I'm glad you're here today. Today is May 31st, 2024. In this video, I'm bringing you a prophetic word that I got while I was in worship. I'm bringing it to you at the end of this video. It is coming, so stay tuned to it. You will find it interesting, I think. I am also going to show you some things I've been doing as far as getting my ARK, A-R-K, ready, and we are going to be reading out of How to Act in Case of War. All right? Now, it's getting more and more intense. Y'all, this little, it's like a textbook to me. It is fabulous information, and I'm gleaning and learning from it. Can combine those two words, whatever. I'm getting a lot out of it. Are you? Are you learning, and what has stood out to you as we've read through this? Those of you who've stayed with me in this. I do not think that this platform's real thrilled with the vocabulary in this because I'm getting a little bit of a lower, my analytics on this channel, not that I hang on them very much, but they are dipping a little bit. But maybe you're just not interested in this too. That could be it. So those are the things that we're going to do in this video. So hang on tight. There's a lot going on. First of all, in the last 24 hours, we have an ex-president who has been charged with felony charges. Okay, guilty. Right? I'm going to let you speak on that. I'm going to ask you, please comment below what your thoughts are on that and how that's going to change the dynamic of our situation right now. Or is it? I'm not educated in that regard at the moment. I just haven't been following it, and but I do feel like the world just went like one more time, one more thing to make the foundation that we're standing on in this world not very steady. All right, now those of us who are believers in Jesus Christ, nothing's going to shake us. All right, our foundation in God is firm and unmoving and unshakable. So hang on to that, gang. That's what as the world like unravels right before our very eyes, we will just hang on to Jesus. I've talked to my 83-year-old father a lot about this kind of stuff, and my mom, and they're like, man, we've lived through a lot. We've never seen anything like this. Okay, so that feels like kind of affirming to me, like I'm not crazy. All right, things are really weird right now. Crazy. I'm not crazy. Everything else is. All right, here's my Mother's Day present. Okay, I wanted to share this with you. This is what my husband got me for Mother's Day. It's a silky saw, a big boy silky saw. Y'all, I've been looking at these for a while, and man, I took advantage of Mother's Day, and I'm going to ask for one of those. And lo and behold, I got one. These things are rock stars, okay? This is, I don't know. I don't know all there is to know about this thing, all right? And I'm certainly not getting a kickback from showing you. But it opens up like a pocket knife kind of thing. So it's easy to have in your car or whatever. It cuts on the back pull. It cuts on the pull. You don't have to press down hard on it, which is good for me because I don't have a lot of upper body strength, all right? And I'd like to get stronger in my arms, my hands especially, and my core strength. So I've been going out and sawing some wood every day, all right? Y'all, if I'm going to exercise, I want to get something done. I don't want to sit on a treadmill and go nowhere for 30 minutes. Whatever. You know how that, I don't know, y'all like that or not. I don't know. I'm not one to go to the gym or anything like this, but this is amazing, all right? Yes, we have all kinds of saws in our house, or on our property. All right, we have all kinds. This is just added to the collection. It has some benefits. It's lightweight, which is another thing I like, and it's easily controlled. The handle feels very good to grip and control it. That's why I, as a woman, like this kind of tool. The chainsaw, y'all, is heavy for me, and I'm not confident in how it works. Mike is, Dakota, my son Dakota is. That's great. My dad is. And they're handy as pockets on a shirt when it comes to that. But sometimes they're just not around. They're working and things need to be sawed or cut. So I'm glad I had this. So that's, I wanted to share that with you. as things are going on and I'm getting my garden ready, I'm going to just plow it up. I'm going to plant okra this year. And this is the first time I've gardened in a couple of years. So I'm going to plant okra. I'm going to plant black-eyed peas and tomatoes. That's about all I'm going for. Mainly because those are crops, those are plants that procreate. You pick them and they keep coming on, keep coming on, keep coming on until it freezes. All right. So that's why I'm choosing that. There are some plants. Oh y'all, I don't know if you can hear the wind out there. It sounds like a stinking tornado. Um, there are some plants that once you pick them, they die. All right, or they don't keep producing. All right, but so I just try to stay away from those. All right, now, so that's I'm excited. I'm excited about gardening for the first time in a couple of years. Usually it feels a little bit like, I guess I just better. But this year I'm kind of like, I don't know, y'all. I think come August we're going to be glad we have some black-eyed peas and cornbread. Mm-hmm. All right. What are y'all? Hey, now, I know not everybody's from the South. Now, red beans and cornbread is what we eat a lot of with a fresh tomato and a slice of onion. Y'all, that's like to die for good food for us. Where you are, and I know y'all are all over the nation, all over the world, what is your culture's like? That's your meal. I mean, that's your soul food. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm asking. What do you eat that you look forward to or that you even grow? What are you growing in your garden this year? Put in the comment section below. I'd love to know and maybe learn how to grow different things. Now, another thing I'm doing as far as prepping, y'all, I'm kind of kicking it up about not just a notch, probably about 100 notches today. Just feel it. Just feel another labor pain coming on, maybe. Is that what I'm feeling? I'm not sure. But whatever it is, I'm checking some preps to see if they're still good. And I'm also buying some new preps. I'm fixing to start vacuum packing flour. All right. So this is like, Dollar General flour. It's like $2.15 for this 5-pound bag. While it's cheap, get it. While it's on the shelf, get it. All right. So I was like, if I get one of these packages, how many loaves of yeast bread can I make with the recipe I have? All right. So the recipe I have calls for 6 cups of flour for just loaf of yeast bread, two loaves actually. So I thought, y'all, I did some math. All right. Yes, it was about enough. I can't handle much more today, but it's so in this is 18 cups. All right. So if my recipe calls for 6 cups, this will do 3 recipes of bread for me, this 5-pound bag. So then I start thinking, well, I do the math again. If I make bread once a week, which I think I'm going to need more than that, but if I make bread once a week, and I know that's not enough, y'all. So, but just saying, how many pounds of flour am I going to need to have 6 months of bread? Okay, how many pounds of flour am I going to need to have a year's worth of yeast bread? Okay, you do the math on it, all right? Because I hate math, but anyway, that's how I'm figuring this. Here's how I do my flour, preserve it a long time. And y'all, I'm not going to demonstrate because y'all are smart enough to just figure this out. But I poke little holes in the bottom of this right here with a needle. Just with a little, like a needle, sewing needle. And I poke, and so it's just air can get through. And then I put this in the vacuum packer, and when it sucks the air out, it's able to suck air all the way through because there'll be holes all in here in the bottom, and it gets all the air out. All right, and then it becomes like it is a brick, y'all. So that's how I preserve this. I don't know how long it'll last. I'm hoping a long time. I've read things and I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that's right. So I can't speak to that. But one thing I am doing is like, I'm going to Dollar General and I'm just buying up some flour, buying up some oil, buying up some Crisco. If I can do that, then I can make breads. I can make tortillas. I can make yeast bread, and also, I mean, I've got a sourdough starter, so I can use that too. All right. So those are things, that's how I'm thinking right now. I thought this way back in 2020. Like, I went down a deep hole with that because there wasn't anything else to do. We were just sitting around the house. So, that is what I did. And it was, I'm glad I did it, but I still need to kind of top it off. And I know the good Lord's going to take care of me. And the good Lord's going to take care of you. I know this to be true. But I still want to get some fresh things sealed up. To continue the process, because I don't know what's coming. I really don't. Okay, now then, I'm going to read a little bit of this, and I've already turned to the page, and we'll read until I've got enough time to read what I wrote down on May 2nd, 2024. Okay, so just about a month ago. Okay, here we go. From How to Act in Case of War. Medical materials to be prepared. All right, I think that's where we're at, y'all. Medical materials to be prepared. First, take into account that as the number of victims increases, healthcare professionals will be overburdened. We saw some of that during the virus time. Remember that? Therefore, they should train their fellow citizens on, they should do this, train their fellow citizens on how to provide first aid and how to stabilize the condition of victims. This will give specialists time to help injured residents. Doctors and nurses should provide training for residents who remain in the cities. The main medical supplies needed are as follows. Bandages. Ideally, you should prepare a supply of elastic medical bandages. In reality, you can prepare as long as possible pieces of fabric 15 to 20 centimeters wide. They should be rolled up and secured with an elastic band. They must be clean and dry. Y'all, if you have sheets or towels, start doing this now. Start doing this now. Get bandages in your preps. Go to Goodwill and buy sheets. Go to dead people's houses that are having estate sales and buy their sheets and towels, or just whatever. This can be done now. Get it ready. You'll need it. Okay. Food film or polyethylene film is required. I don't know what this is. Is required for two types of injury, burns and open abdominal injuries. Is that like saran wrap? I guess so. Wow, I've never thought of that as a first aid thing. Before applying the bandage, you should cover the burn area with cling film or cling wrap to prevent the bandage from sticking to the skin and causing infection. In addition, the exposed part of the intestines should be hidden inside the body, or if this is not possible, they should be placed in the saran wrap with water to prevent them from drying out and like sticking to the bandage. Okay. I'm in a whole new realm right now in my mind. I've never thought that, but oh my wow. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to go get some Glad Wrap or whatever brand you buy, okay? Okay, the next thing is tourniquet. A tourniquet is a device that tightens around a limb to reduce blood flow to it if the victim is at risk for bleeding out. It can be bought pre-made or made from a meter-long string. To do this, tie a knot that will tighten but not loosen when the loop is tightened. Ideally, 2 to 4 such tourniquets should be available, and it should be strong. Okay, do your research on the best way to get tourniquets and the best way to use them. I'm still on that saran wrap, y'all. Oh my, wow. I'm sitting here looking at my stuff, like my medical stuff is right here. Also, well, I'm going to just leave it. I'm not going to go off on that. Here we go. Here's some more stuff. Uh, Death can occur within 5 minutes as a result of bleeding. However, with a properly applied tourniquet, it can last up to 1 hour. Okay? Stapler and superglue. A stapler is a quick and effective tool of closing a wound. Superglue can be used to close lacerations. Tires. This is the next thing. Tires. Tires. Splints are wooden slats along the length of a limb. To join that are attached to the body to fix broken bones. Thus, immobile casualties can be moved. Such wooden slats can be obtained from furniture. Okay, so I don't know why this says tires, but I guess that just means splints. All right, is what we would call. You need pieces of wood to secure a broken limb, a broken bone, and wrap it. Okay, we've all seen it on TV. We can do it ourselves. So splints. You can also think in terms of furniture. Beds and stuff have slats. So get those. Alcohol, especially vodka, can be used to clean the wound before dressing. Bandages and gauze. Instead of bandages, clean pieces of cloth can be used to cover wounds. They will absorb blood and stabilize foreign bodies that have entered the body and prevent further internal damage that may occur when moving the patient. Adhesive tape. Duct tape and plastic wrap can be used to create a belt that acts as a valve in the event of a punctured lung. Are we at punctured lungs? Oh my word. Whew, hang on, let me breathe. Okay, so create a belt that acts as a valve in the event of a punctured lung. This can reduce the rate at which the lung fills with fluid. A chest vacuum wound is usually fatal within 30 minutes. Using this material, it is possible to extend life by up to 1 hour and make the patient more mobile, increasing the possibility of receiving professional medical care. All right, y'all, I'm kind of having an anxiety attack nearly here. Hang on, here we go. Mobile signal. Enemy fire can be directed at areas where the signals of many mobile phones are received. Oh, okay, I was still on the medical mobilizing. Okay, we're on mobile phones. Signals of many mobile phones that are received. It is important to reduce the number of civilian mobile signals in places where civilians take shelter or use medical facilities together with military personnel. It takes discipline. Get off your phone, is what that's saying. If you're in a shelter of a hospital, whatever, the military and the medical staff need phone. They need access to the phones. Not you, just to whatever. Cell phones should be put on airplane mode and turned off before entering such public places. They must be kept off until civilians leave such shelters. It is also recommended not to form habits. Civilians should try to use different routes to get from one place to another and change the arrival and departure times from the main locations every day. Okay, y'all, I think we're going to stop right there and I'm going to read this word to you. We're at cohesions, page 49. All right, so we'll pick up with that. Wow, that was enough. That was a lot of stuff in that saran wrap thing. I mean, I can see it like around someone's abdomen with a gut wound, you know. I tell you what I'm doing tomorrow after I get done with my flour. I'm going to start cutting up bandages. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll them. I'm going to get rubber bands. I'm going to organize all my stuff over there. I'm getting ready, y'all. Okay. May 2nd, 2024. This was actually after my daughter's dream about the EMP. All right. So her dream was May 1st. This is May 2nd when I was actually asking our Father, what does this mean? What does her dream mean? Okay. So here's what I heard him say. Nothing can separate you from my love. Be not disturbed, but be ever vigilant, for I have warned you. The message everlasting, ringing true and clear. Repent, my dear ones. Harden not your heart as these events come to pass. Oh, my lovely one, time is short. Reside in me, be my light, shine strong and bright. Speak me unto all who will listen. Salvation is truth, freedom forever, true freedom I give. Come to my living water. And then I just said, when, Father? I know I've asked this to him a million times. When, Father? I think in terms of before the election. When, Lord, are these things going to happen? Here's what I heard him say. If I revealed the when, W-H-E-N, your shaking would begin and hinder my purpose for you. Your heart would freeze in terror. You would be unable to continue. I have warned you what? Give not a thought to the when. Instead, live the moment I give you now. Reside in the power of my embrace. See the steel grip I have on you. For as all crumbles away around you, my hold on you will tighten, never to be released. But hear this, my child, it is coming. And that was all. That was all I wrote down that I could share that day. All right? It is similar to what he has told us before. Hold on to his love and mercy. Know that Jesus is our salvation in all of this. And no matter what happens to any of us, no matter what persecutions we might endure, or what kind of separations, or what kind of environment we find ourselves in the coming months, nothing can separate us from the love of God. And no one can take your belief away. So hold on to that. Hold on to Jesus. Stay focused on Jesus during these times. If you don't know him, come to him. Believe in him. Follow him. Love him. Stop being what you're being. Your ugly life. Leave that and come to Jesus. He will just wipe it all away and make you clean and recreate you. The Holy Spirit does that. And you're reborn. You're a new person. Sound good? Does that sound good? It does to me. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave that with you and let it simmer. We covered a lot. I'm going to go get bandages, saran wrap in my preps, and I'm going to keep doing my flour. All right? Stay safe, America. This is Gina Lima Charlie. I'm out.